And this is why you don't fill a tractor tire that's been filled with water, for all its life. I mean, this is I think a 62, 64 Allis Chalmers D17 that's been at the museum, diesel. And I just figured I'd fill the tires up on it so it didn't look so forlorn. And one day I'd get to it and get it fired up and everything else. But yeah, so I filled 3 tires. I filled this back one, the front 2, and I was working on filling that tire when all of a sudden there was this loud bang and water went everywhere. If y'all can see that, the fucking tire blew out. Water all up here, all over here, even over here on this John Deere GP. And some of it made it to the Allis Chalmers down here. Let me see if there's any on the 1020. Nope, yep, I see a couple of drops on the steering wheel and on the seat. It sucks. I can't stop laughing, but it sucks. Because that tire, I'm sure, is expensive. I mean, there's some huge ass tires on the back of this thing. And yeah, so I guess this one ain't going anywhere for a little while more till I can get another tire and another tube. Talk about scared the shit out of me. But yeah, anyways, while I'm making a video, this is the Allis Chalmers B I've been working on. Now, I've got the manifold off of it now, and I've had the valve cover off. It was running fantastic after I put new points and condenser in the mag, put a new set of plugs in it, cleaned everything up, rebuilt the carburetor, and it ran like a top. Till about 3 days ago I was riding it and it shut down on me. And it was hell to get it back started. I finally got it back started. It would pop and sputter, but it never would start. I finally got it to run enough so I could drive it back into the shed. And yeah, now all it does is pop and sputter and only run when the choke's on, and I don't get it. So I mean, if anybody out there got any ideas on this thing, and like I said, I've rebuilt the carburetor, put new points and condenser in the mag. It fires right up. You just, I mean, 2 turns of the crank and she's running. So I mean, just bump the starter too, and she fires right up. Good compression, all 4 cylinders. Like I said, I pulled the manifold off just to change the gasket and check everything out, just to make sure it didn't have a vacuum leak or something. But I don't know. I'm kind of at my wit's end with this one. But hopefully we'll be able to get it running, and it'll be a good little use tractor because it's got a set of choppers on the back of it already. And somebody's converted this thing to high crop. I mean, you can see these huge tires somebody put on the back of this thing with extensions going to the original hubs, and then they welded up this high crop front axle and put on here. So like I said, hopefully I can get this thing fired up and running and doing right soon, because I'd actually like to be able to use this tractor. But well, let me give y'all a quick stroll. I mean, I've made a short video. McCormick Deering 1020. I never did look up the serial number, see what year this tractor is. Matter of fact, I never could find the serial number on it. I did have it popping and sputtering years ago when I first started working out here, but now the engine's locked up on it. I don't know how that came to be, but I went ahead and pulled the plug, shot some crawl in the cylinders, and that'll be one of my next projects, especially now that the D17 is kind of going to be put on the back burner until I can find a tire. But hopefully I can get it running. It's got a good hot mag on it, and from what I remember, it had compression on all 4. It just needed some carburetor work. So hopefully I get that one running. That'd be a neat tractor to have. This is a 32 model case, Model C. This tractor runs. It hasn't run in a few years now. It needs a carburetor bad. The carburetor on it floods real bad. So I'm gonna get a carburetor kit for it and rebuild the carburetor. And this tractor has been going through in the last 20 years or so. There used to be an old man that came out here working on all the old tractors, and he has since passed. So that's why these things were in the shape they were in. Like I said, this one used to run fantastic. I mean, fired right up, rode it around, no problem. And then we got its big brother. 1937 case model L, 408 cubic inch full cylinder. This is a beastly tractor, to say the least. It still runs great. In fact, I had it running today. Well, y'all see, there's a video of it on my page, showing it running. But hopefully one of these days I'll get a video of it where I fire it up and go ride it around and, you know, maybe take y'all with me. Right now it's got some issues. The radiator does leak. It only leaks when you shut it off. It's leaking at the bottom of the cores, and as long as the engine's running, the radiator holds up. Man, you shut the engine off, the radiator starts just pouring water at the bottom. And then this happened. This little neck broke within the last few years, so it really won't hold water anymore. So I just come out here, I'll fire it up, let it warm up, and shut it down. But yeah, this tractor, this thing will pull. I think it's 52 belt horsepower it'll pull, so this thing don't play. And she fires up just as easy. 2 pulls on the crank, she's done. McCormick Deering or Farmall F30, which is actually kind of a rare tractor. Engine's loose, has compression, needs a little work. The clutch pedal bracket right here is busted off, so I've got to fix that. And the tires on it are really bad, so if nothing else, I'll get it running and just maybe pull it out the shed, clean it up, and run it every so often, just because, I mean, well, the tires are shot. We really can't afford to be buying tires over here, as far as I've been told. So, but yeah, I might try to get this one running one day, just for the hell of it. And this is the rare tractor in the barn, well, as far as I've been told. McCormick Deering WK30. This thing has a 6-cylinder engine in it, 6-cylinder Red Diamond International engine. It's loose, has compression on all 6. Somebody's already taken the cleats off of it, so that tells me it's been run recently since it's been here. Because, I mean, what farmer would take the cleats off the tractor? So I've got a magneto for it. That's all it's missing. So I'm gonna stick a magneto in it and see if I can get her to run. If I can get her to run, I'll get her out the shed and cleaned up, and hopefully have a cool little tractor to show. Which I can't wait to hear that big 6-cylinder bark. That thing ought to sound fantastic. It does have a busted exhaust manifold in a couple of spots, but screw it, it's gonna be loud. But if I can get it running, that'd be fantastic. But anyways, I'm off to make another video, show you all some of our parts tractors. So catch y'all then.